Welcome back to Watanagashi. So, where we last left off, we met Mion's sister, twin sister from what I know, and her name goes by Shion. So, it was pretty interesting. So, let's continue reading. I felt like I had a very valuable experience today. That's right, for now I know the high and mighty Mion has a weak point to panic and get embarrassed about. But of all things for her to say she has a twin sister, I thought that maybe I should ask Reina tomorrow if she really has a sister. But maybe it's better that I didn't ask. It's a bit mean-spirited, I guess. I've decided that the person I met here today was Shion, the younger twin sister. I guess he's 1 year younger, so I'll refrain from doing anything that would deny that. It's not that we actually made a promise or anything, but that little exchange gave birth to a new rule between me and Mion. Between me and... Oh man, I really not up to par for this one. Between me and Mion. Somebody tapped me on the shoulder. It was my father. That was a long trip to the washroom. He probably came up with a new idea for an art piece when he was sitting on the can. Isn't a can for another toilet? Oh boy. Keiichi, are you about ready? Let's go home. Settling the bill, my father had his customer card stamped. It was pretty much filled. Damn, Dad, you're quite the regular customer. Was that new waitress just now somebody you know, Keiichi? Oh, so you were watching from the shadows. Dad has the oddest sense of tact sometimes. Good lord, he has some good senses when it comes to shit like that. Somebody from school? From Hinamizawa? Yeah, she's the little sister of my friend Mion. Her school isn't in Hinamizawa, so she must go to one in town. I'd never seen her at my school. So not all the kids in Hinamizawa go to the same school? Only about half. The other half go all the way into town on their bikes. In this way, the feeling that I was really talking to Shion came to me. What should I say to Mion tomorrow? I met your little sister. Something like that? Even with Mion being like that, us having a secret between the two of us made me both a little happy and a little embarrassed. Well, ain't that great. I have new tips. Is there really a Shion? And an introduction to Angel Moore. So I'm guessing we're done with... Oh, double the fun. Ain't that the fan service like type of achievement right there. So I'm just gonna save here. So we're done with chapter 2. I get this feeling this is gonna be a way longer game than the last one. But oh well, let's view new tips. Is there really a Shion? Huh? Mion-san's family? Yeah, more broadly. I was just wondering if she had any brothers or anything. I was actually wondering whether her younger twin sister named Shion really existed, and my curiosity got the better of me, so I quietly asked Satoko about it. I wonder. She might not. She wasn't being very clear about it. Had Satoko never gone over to Mion's house to play? This kid. From your reaction, I guess you've never met any. Yes. I've never seen any of her relatives except for her grandmother. As far as I could tell, there were already dark clouds over the Shion is real theory. Rika would know more than I do. You would do well to ask her. Satoko waved to Rika-chan, who was basking in the sunlight. Oh, little adorable little kid. Rika, do you know anything about Mion-san's family? Rika-chan was surprised at the sudden question. Mi has a big family, so I don't really know everything about them. That many, huh? For example, is there someone named Shion Sonozaki? Well, I might have heard wrong, so she might not actually exist, but... You mean she? Shion exists. Huh? That was unexpected. So she was real. Their names are quite similar, you know. I could get tongue-tied trying to tell the difference. I've heard she's Mi's younger twin sister, but I haven't met her too many times. Rika-chan knew a bit about her as well, but hadn't seen her much. I think I met her once at a funeral a few years ago. She's not in this class, so maybe she goes to school in Okonomiya. She may live there too. Mion-san herself lives apart from her family with her grandmother, after all. She didn't live with her parents? That was a bit odd. Was there something between them? It's a very complicated family. She seems to have many relatives. There are doubtless many different circumstances. For now, I learned that she had a younger twin sister named Shion, but her family structure, including her own position, still seemed very mysterious. Oh, what are the three of you talking about? Let this old man in on it. Oh, Mion-san, you've come at a good timing. Might it be true that you have a younger twin sister? Ah, Mion. Shit. A younger sister? Well, yeah, I do. Mion grew uncharacteristically red in the face at a loss. I think she's looking at me. Oh my, I had no idea. What kind of person might she be? I would very much like to meet her sometime. I don't know. You shouldn't bother. She's not cute at all. Yes, she is. She's really conceited. Sure. Besides, other than talking to her on the phone once in a while, I haven't seen her for a long time either. Why did it look like she was in such a panic? It's like she was declaring that the Shion from yesterday was actually a fake. Oh boy, being very defensive after all. Anyway, this was pretty funny, so I let it go for a little while longer. Yeah. Another Mion under the name of Shion. Will I be able to see her if I go to that restaurant again? I had a mysterious feeling, so if I made a new friend, it's by knowing that she and Mion were the same person. An introduction to Angel Mort. See how that one go. Reprinted from the Victorious War Photographer's Guide, April issue. Complete Conquest Analysis. Family Restaurant Chapter. Now at last, we come to the blazing hot third day. To Angel Mort, a super famous restaurant and the envy of all enthusiasts, despite being located in the remote Shishibone city of XX Prefecture. Why exactly do the most famous stores avoid the centers of human habitation? It can only be because it is a trial given to us by the god of war photography. It's famous locally for having the best desserts in town, but that matters not to us. If you want expensive desserts, then you can just go to a censored place or something. We aim not for sweet treats, but for sweet uniforms. Oh my. The fragrant aroma of sweat wafts from these obligatory waitress uniforms, creating no less than a public torture device. What? How can their bashful flirtation be on par with all the other restaurants with cute uniforms all across the country? War photography hunters. Away! The smoking areas are the real superpositions. Aim for your chance at them with the tenacity of an octopus. Ryu, yesterday I failed to get seating. Today I will aim for the ultimate golden seat, the corner box in the smoking area. Otaku are overwhelmingly non-smokers, so I'll procure a spot in the smoking area and set up camp there. As expected of Ryu, the hunter. He's saying his victory was decided the moment he chose his seat. In actuality, Ryu used the same tactic during the grand opening of Akihabara's whatever and succeeded in getting the best seats in the house. Back then, he also went early in the afternoon, just after the lunch rush, and not only did he find his target seat empty, he also obtained it with ease. While utilizing tricks such as ordering a little at a time, he effectively increased the number of opportunities for engagement, carefully scoping out his chance for a picture. But, as if cursed by that from the day before, the god of war photography did not smile upon him. After suffering successive, firm defeats until 3 p.m., he finds no chances coming his way. And after 4 p.m. a man began to take his orders. It looks as though he has been seen through. It is the rule of a hunter to withdraw with grace once marked. Ryu. My aim was perfect, but the fork technique I used at 2:30 seemed to have backfired. Maybe they were wary since I sat in the booth and left my bag on the floor. My camera was already hidden in my travel bag and might fossilize in there. If there were 2-digit EGs involved for sticking here half the day, I'd have a higher encounter rate. I am mortified. Even so, he still got a few pieces of gold, as it to be expected from the hunter. He attained this nice angle despite lamenting his failure. He is an artisan. More surprising though, it is that this uniform conquest across Japan has yielded not a single arrested person. What an amazing start for the hunter who brags about having been to approximately half of the total prefectural police stations in the country. That thing the day before our hunter took on the shrine maiden cuisine, something in Nagoya. His hunter spirit showed through too zealously, and as soon as he entered the store he was seen through, placed in a booth and waited on by the head priest. Despite waiting half a day, the much anticipated shrine maidens appeared only at the time of his first order. A seriously huge blunder for a hunter. Now then, here we have the giveaway of the hunter's original photographs that always receive such high praise. We'll present one passionate reader with 3 all-you-can-eat low-angle pictures of the Angel Mort uniforms. Chosen by the hunter himself. With such blazing hot pictures, you too. I didn't even get to read that. Really? Maybe it's you too can something, I don't know. I didn't even misclick a button, what the fuck? This is bullshit. Oh well, I'll just go back and just pause that. I mean, not you can go back and then pause before it like vanish out of the air. Oh well. I don't know, I'm just... What the hell? Only you can prevent wildfires. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh shit. Oh well. I saved again. I don't know why. But yeah, let's continue. So we're on chapter 3, I suppose. Listen up, everybody. If you don't take cooking seriously, somebody's going to get hurt. This is part of your education as well, so don't fool around and do it seriously. A lazy, yeah. Wafted through the class in response. Half of the school day today was going to be home economics class. The plan was for everybody to make curry rice and give it to the forest rangers to let this building be rented out as a school. I guess the last tip I read was the only you can whatever fan service as such. If everybody were making curry in the same pot, it would have been more of a party-like atmosphere, but this was school after all. I don't even know why I'm rambling. Excluding the youngest students, each one of us would be making our own curry, with the results being judged. Alright everybody, it may be that nowadays curry is an easy meal anybody can make, but it has its roots in traditional Indian cuisine. Even though we've altered it a bit in the Japanese style, it is still instilled with the knowledge and culture of ancient India. Absolutely do not neglect that fact. I'll have words with anybody who doesn't take this seriously, so be prepared for that. That seemed like a needlessly passionate sermon on curry. Well, whatever. It's rumored that Chie Sensei has devoted her life to curry. She'll probably be a pretty strict judge. As long as you're not failing your grade in home ec, Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter at all. I wouldn't say that if I were you. The teachers are tyrants when it comes to curry. What the heck does that even mean? A curry tyrant? You know, I heard of the tsundere tyrant, but not curry tyrant. Never heard of that before. I know, right? You see, our normally mild-mannered teacher, for some unfathomable reason, is a stickler for curry. Unyieldingly so. Yeah, it's said that every year she goes on a journey to India to research mythical curry. This is just a rumor, but it seems that she eats curry rice 3 meals a day, and if she occasionally has something else, it always has to be curry flavored. God damn. That's not unyielding, that's unnatural. Is she part of an evil cult or something? Besides, doesn't curry top the list when it comes to junk food? I don't think you... I have no words. Like how's curry rice junk food? Like, you can put vegetables in there. Curry 3 times a day is just weird, nutritionally speaking, and... God damn! Thunk, thunk, thunk. Embedded into the table right by my fingertips, a chef's knife, ladle, and spatula hummed gently as they still quivered. The teacher, while still mixing her own pot, was looking this way, smiling. Kei-chan! Shh! If you say any more, you'll be sleeping with the fishes. Saying even a little more would make my situation a lot more dire. Yeah. Just be serious and make your curry properly and everything's good, alright? I don't think it's going to be that easy today. Look, Mi-chan is... It's written all over her face. If the playing field is even, and we're being judged, there's no way this one won't turn into a competition. It looks like we're all on the same page. It's a cooking contest. I knew it. There's no way Mion would leave such an enticing event alone. How shall we determine the victor? By how the teacher judges it. As if saying, but wait, there's more. The teacher reappeared with the principal in tow. The purpose of today's event is to show appreciation for the people at the forestry service, so they'll be judging the results with me. Yup, your teacher and I, as well as the 5 people from the forestry service, will be judging your cooking. Good luck to everyone. Yeah, Even the principal? Looking around, it seemed like the interests of everybody in the class had been picked. Bequaid. I don't know. So that's what's happening. This isn't going to just be some casual curry cook-off. So it's picked or peaked? I don't know. I don't even know how to pronounce that kind of words that can be complicated when it comes to stuff like that. Reina is good at making curry. I'm not going to lose today. Oh yeah, from what I know Reina is a good cook. My grade is cooking in a group, so I'm together with Rika. But that's unfair. I'm pretty sure that Rika is good at cooking. My curry is so tasty it will send shivers down your spine. Oh boy. The curry is so good that it scares me. What about Mion? She doesn't seem like she's too good at cooking. Her type has always been bad at this kind of thing. But Mion continued to look unconcerned. I'll tell you what Kei-chan is thinking right now. Mion is definitely bad at cooking. Am I right? I don't like this way she said that. It couldn't be. Mion couldn't possibly be that bad. At that moment, the teacher's whistle sounded. Alright everybody, are you ready? Be very careful with the knives. And start. The call to arms had sounded. What's going on here? Oh. We had to use an outdoor kit to cook the rice, but it wasn't that difficult for a camping veteran like me. Put the rice into the canister, Push your palm to the bottom and fill with water to just above the wrist. Are you alright with only that much water? If you don't put in more, it could be bad. If you don't put in more, it could be bad. You filthy liar. If I put in any more, I'll just be left with some half-cooked porridge. Satoko, if that's meant to be a trick, it won't work. I'm used to cooking rice with these utensils. First it starts to bubble, then the steam starts to puff. And don't take off the lid no matter what. Keiji-kun, you're amazing. This is a little unexpected. Did you learn this at summer camp? My father really likes to go camping, see? Whenever summer comes around, our family goes out a lot. So this means everybody is good at cooking the rice. In other words, the critical part of this challenge will be the curry. Curry is Rika's specialty. We'll cream you all. You lost me at Rika's. Why don't you help with the cooking too? Maybe. Satoko-chan is helping the most by doing nothing at all. Eep! The ends justify the means. I just have to win. That was a pretty malicious comment for Reina. Oh god. And Satoko took it hook, line, and sinker. Reina could only apologize between fits of laughter while Satoko chased her around. Well now, shall we move on to the curry? For now the battle truly begins. After rinsing off the carrots, potatoes, and other standard vegetables, I grasped the knife. Gulp. What will today's curry taste like? As Reina hummed along, her very well-practiced hands wielded her knife. The rhythmical sound of the knife hitting the cutting board harkened to kind images of days long past. Simply put, it was perfect. It was so calm and practiced, I seriously don't stand a chance. I looked over at Satoko and Rika-chan. Satoko was in charge of washing the vegetables, while Rika-chan was in charge of peeling them. That's what I heard being discussed, but Rika-chan's knife skills are something else as well. She was happily rotating the potato and peeling it quite quickly. On top of that, the peels spanned the entire potato. What was that called again? Katsuramuki. I've heard that peeling a vegetable in one loop around like that is a highly regarded technique. She picked up the peel from the sink and carved a pair of eyes into it with her knife. It's a snake! Roar! Saying that, she placed a longly peeled potato skin on top of the head of a boy from her group. She wasn't even breaking a sweat. When it comes to Rika-chan and cooking, I couldn't even hold a candle to her. But roar? Do snakes make that sound? Okay, I don't even understand this at all. Okay, only lions or any kind of animals who make similar to that or makes a roar sound, not snakes. Snakes make a hissing sound. Oh well, I'm not even gonna question that. I mean, when I say question that, I mean question it even more further. Unless it is pretty further, of course. Alright then, how's Mion doing? She's definitely just fumbling along. There's no way she can peel a potato so effortlessly like that. Absolutely no way. This can't be. You've got to be kidding me. This a trick? She's using special effects. Where's the wire? She's definitely using a damn wire. Here, take a look-see. As if she had already won, Mion proudly showed me the elongated potato skin. You didn't know, Keiji? Mion was taught how to cook by her grandma. Not just cooking, from sewing to flower arrangement to playing the koto. From marksmanship to radio operation, even helicopter piloting is but one of the myriad things she can do. Strangely enough, the latter items were more realistic. It was the first few items on that list that seemed like a lie. She's actually really good at cooking. It's just such a hassle that she never does it though. And damn it! I'm also really good at cooking, especially Chinese food. Oh boy, I don't want you to make me damn hungry. Keiichi. Boiling something and pouring it into a bowl doesn't count as cooking. Shot down before I could even say it. Oh ho ho. Too bad for you. Today, Keiichi-san shall be assuredly languishing in defeat all alone. Clank. Tough words from somebody who can't even cook by herself. Wow. Rika. There. I'll destroy Keiichi for you. Oh shit. God, this does not look good. Everybody is smirking at me. Don't raise the white flag yet, Keiichi Maibara. Don't throw away this match. Calm down and think. Not about how to peel these potatoes well, but about how to win this challenge. There's too many people watching. I'm going to work at another sink. Saying only that, I gathered up all the vegetables and left that spot behind. Well, Keiichi couldn't be alright? I'm worried he might cut himself with his knife. Let's see what Kei-chan's doing. No matter how hard I try peeling these, if I slip up at this speed, I'll lop my fingers right off. Then, there's only one thing left to do. Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun. Oh, you guys were in a group of 4, huh? It was the 2 underclassmen that had become my sworn brothers ever since the event at that toy store last Sunday. They had been paired with 2 girls for their group. Yep, both the girls are pretty good at cooking. So both of us can just mess around and we'll be okay. Both of them pointed at the girls. They're not as good as Reina, but they were both good enough at handling a knife. I'll get straight to the point. At this rate, I'm going to lose this contest. Give me the vegetables your group has peeled already. Maibara-san, that's pretty much theft. But depending on what's in it for us. In other words, it depends on the terms of negotiation. Quite bold of you guys. Well, that's to be expected. Then let's do this. If I win, I'll let you eat the curry that Satoko and Rika-chan's group makes. How about that? I don't know about that. Both of them were hesitant after such a weighty proposal. Just one more little push seems in order. Very well then, let's make them an offer they can't refuse. I pulled both of them close by the shoulders and made my offer in a hushed tone. Of course, that includes the part that Satoko and Rika-chan have already eaten some of. I'll even throw in the spoons. Splooge. A red mist spouted vigorously from the noses of the 2 underclassmen. Oh my lord. Keiichi-san is also pretty good at this. Those are some very nice potatoes. Having brilliantly cleared the vegetable peeling challenge, I returned to my comrades in triumph. Whoa, amazing. Keiichi-kun's peeling is really good. That's not quite right. What Kei-chan has bared into a potato but his fangs. Yeah, I'm super serious about this. I'll crush you all. Ah, my throat is itchy. Having finished with preparing the vegetables, next is to boil a pot of water, then add the vegetables in order of which takes longest to cook. Easy enough. I learned this part from my mother when we went camping. But just cooking in order, it probably won't garner a lot of points. Look over at Reina. She had a variety of vegetables cooking together in a delicate balance. She wasn't being ambitious or calculating a way to win the game. She was making delicious food with a mother's touch. I have a feeling that I could somehow compete with Mion in terms of technique, but I would be no match for Reina. She was way out of my league. When my mother makes curry, you see, she always uses lots of ingredients. That's why Reina's curry uses a lot of ingredients as well. I really wanted to take all night and stew it nice and slow. Oh, I beg of you, will you please help just a little with my curry? No, this is one of our club activities. Reina won't lose. When she enters club mode, even the normally kind Reina becomes an enemy. Looks like Rika-chan is cooking apples as well. She's like a pro at this. How about Mion? What? Mion, you... What the heck is that? Where did you get meat from? I predicted what we would be doing today by looking at the schedule, so I prepared accordingly. My curry is going to be marvelous. Upon closer inspection, it looks like Mion brought her own vegetables and spices and other ingredients. They were spread all over the place. Mion, just for today, you brought all this stuff from your house. Objection! Chie-sensei, there's no way this is allowed, is it? Objection overruled. As long as it makes for delicious curry, anything goes. For that normally serious teacher to go so far as to append a star to the end of her sentence. Just as the rumor said, she's a through and through curry freak. Then why didn't he bring the ingredients from home as well? Reina and Rika-chan are naturally gifted chefs. I've come with thorough preparations. And, Kei-chan, what about you? It's hopeless. In the grand scheme of cooking, peeling the vegetables is only a small part of it. The hurdles I must overcome are just too numerous and too high. Maibara-san, over here! Turning around, I saw the voices calling me belonged to the two underclassmen from earlier. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun. What's up, you guys? What's up with that pot? Is that from your group? Switch this with your pot before somebody notices. I think that the curry the girls from our group made, at the very least, is better than what you could make. You guys, for me? Don't get the wrong idea. If you don't win, then that is. Oh, that's right. If I don't win, then the talk of eating Sudoku and Rika-chan's curry goes right out the window. It seems like you guys are getting riled up about this too. Sorry, I'm in your debt, but I'm surprised that girls in your group agreed to this. Maibara-san, we're also serious about this. Filling in on day duty 3 times. These guys, to assure me victory, have paid the price. That gaze filled with burning conviction from my underclassmen. Yeah, I'm not fighting this alone. I'm fighting this with everyone. Leave it to me. Save some room, boys. I'll definitely let you eat your fill. We shall be eagerly awaiting your victory. It's a gas stove, so controlling the heat is easy. All that's left is to let it stew a bit. The delicious smell of curry began wafting upwards. The pot gifted to me by my 2 underclassmen certainly drew some double takes. Reina even looked surprised when she came to take a look, so it must be pretty good. Kei-chan, you're pretty good. It looks like this will be a good match right to the bitter end. Reina wants to eat Keiichi-kun's curry. Curry! Reina's curry and Mion's curry too. Everybody is a worthy opponent. I've done my very best, but I'm not sure of the outcome, if you know what I mean. Keiichi-san, Rika's calling you. Go see what she wants. What? Rika-chan's calling me? What could it be? Well, whatever. While I'm at it, I can gather some intelligence on the enemy. Rika-chan was doodling on the ground in front of the pot, because all that's left is to let it stew. Even then, it's good to know that she doesn't leave the stove unattended. Hey Rika-chan, how's yours doing? It's Mr. Curry. Huh? Rika-chan was doodling something strange and introduced it as Mr. Curry. Mr. Curry is amazing. He shoots beams from his eyes. Pew pew. Apparently Mr. Curry shoots beams from his eyes. Drawing a beam with a stick, she etched a line towards my feet. Does this mean I've been shot with a laser? Oh, barrier. Beam reflect. I took another stick in my hand and reflected the beam, striking Mr. Curry. Mr. Curry can shoot missiles from his stomach. Phew. Hua! My bar of super electromagnetic barrier and retaliatory beam. Mr. Curry absorbs the beam energy and fires his impulse wave cannon. Rika-chan and I scratched at the ground, thoroughly engrossed in our doodle war. Wait a moment. Hey Rika-chan, you called me here for a reason, right? Yes, I called you, but I've already fulfilled my purpose. At that moment, a chill ran up my spine. Already fulfilled her purpose? You know, I'm assuming that Rika only called him just because she's distracting him. They got me! Headed back to my pod, staying there just as I feared was Satoko. With no questions asked, I drop-kicked the back of her head. What do you think you're doing? You know better than that to do it to a lady's head. Or, you know better than to do that to a lady's head. Who cares about that? Satoko, did you mix something in with my How impertinent. I haven't fallen that far. Despite what you may think, I'm a fair person, you know. Oh, I call bullshit. Then what's this incomprehensible line of ladles and plates, leaving them all in these unstable positions? If they fall over, what will you do? At that moment, a gentle breeze blew by, knocking over a ladle that was stood up on its end. The ladle, like a domino, fell over and knocked over the next cooking utensil in a row. Whap, 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 whap. Clang, clank, thud, thud. This is art. Come to think of it, Domino World record challenges were quite the rage on television a while back. K-chan! The frying pan! I didn't even have time to react. The chain reaction knocked over a cutting board, then a frying pan. The next after that was my pot. Crash! The frying pan struck my pot full force, tipping it over. The contents cruelly spilled out, and now my masterpiece was being sampled by the schoolyard. I stared dumbfounded. It was such a beautiful and elaborate mousetrap that for a moment I lost touch with reality. Oh my, this is a catastrophe. I didn't do anything, you hear me? Oh. At the very last moment, I had let my guard down. I ignored the culinary incompetence Satoko for far too long. Even if she couldn't cook, Satoko still had this method of fighting back. Just then, Reina, who had been sampling her own pot, let out a scream. What? Reina's curry is salty. Salty? Was Reina also sabotaged? Then what about Mion? My rice is salty. I've been had. Oh. With this, all the obstacles in my way have been taken care of before the fight even begins. All that effort wasted. So sad, so sad. So very, very sad. Rika-chan and Satoko rubbed my dumbfounded head to their heart's content. You know, this so-called sabotage, I don't know if I should be either pissed or impressed about it. Oh boy. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just going to end it here for now. So next part, let's see how the meals are going to be judged. So rate, comment, subscribe, and see you guys later. Have a good one.